Good morning, everyone. Okay, I see one person hopping on. I'm gonna wait for a couple more. Good morning, Angie. How are you, hon? I do want to apologize for how I sound. I am catching a bit of a cold, so I do apologize. Good morning, Kirsten. How are you? Good morning, Sarah. Okay, so I see a couple people popping on, and I see comments, which is really good, so hopefully they stay that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So today we're talking about the Tengus, and if you know me, or you know Crystal, we are really big on anything Japanese, Chinese, Korean folklore, stuff like that. So today I wanted to talk about a type of spirit called a Tengu. And I will also pull up a picture of what they look like. Just to give you guys kind of like that bit of idea. Before we jump in. Okay. So I'm going to switch you guys around real quick. So just to give you guys a bit of an idea so far, and what we're talking about today, these are Tengus. They do come from I want to say the Japanese and Chinese folklore. But you mainly see them in the Japanese folklore. So this is what we are talking about today. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so let's get into it. So what is a Tengu? A Tengu translates to heavenly dog. They are a type of legendary creature found in the Shinto belief. They are considered to be a type of yokai or supernatural being, or a Shinto kami, which is gods or spirits. The Tengu were originally thought to take the forms of birds of prey, such as ravens, is what they are mainly depicted as. Ravens or ones with crow wings. And a monkey deity. And they were also traditionally depicted with human, monkey, and avian characteristics. Again, ladies, I do apologize for how I sound. I am catching a cold. Sarutakyo Okami is considered to be the original model of the Kohana Tengu. They are a supernatural creature with the red face and the long nose, which is a type of mask that is usually worn in festivals to ward off evil spirits. Oh, no problem, Sarah Lee. Today, it is widely considered that the Tengu's defining characteristics is in the popular imagination. For an example, if you watch anime, you'll see a lot of Tengu representations and things like that. If you watch a lot of K-dramas, you'll see Tengus pop up a lot. And stuff. Yeah. He is the Shinto monkey deity who is said to shed light on the heaven and earth. Some experts theorize that Sharuhiko was the sun god worshipped at the Ise region prior to the popularization of Arimatsu. Buddhism was long held that the Tengu were disruptive demons, however, and harbingers of war, which is why in festivals and things they will wear that mask to kind of ward them off. Their image, however, gradually softened into one of protective, but if still dangerous. They are spirits of the mountains and forests, and Tengus are associated with the ascetic practice of Shundengo. And they are also usually depicted in the garb of followers, the Yamabushi. I hope this is making sense so far. If it's not, please let me know. Does it make sense? Does it not? Okay, I'm not seeing any comments, so I'm gonna keep going. The path of commitment in practice, or the gravity of the origin, even in some martial arts, it is a need for time, and one regarding this development of skill comes close to the development of mastery to learn from the Tengu. Oh, excuse me. It takes heavy commitment. Oftentimes, the samurai would commit to them after they would learn no more from their peers. Master or lords of the Tengu were the last step of mastery for them in the sense of serving and training. Oh, it's okay, Kirsten. I am so much of an anime nerd, so I kind of hear these words pop up in anime, so it's okay. Yes. A lot of people will actually put them on their homes or by their shrines to kind of protect them, and things like that. There's also the fox spirit and the dog spirit that they will put right at their gates as well. And they do that as a form of, the fox spirit will eat the evil spirits as the dog will protect their home. And it's kind of the same way with the Tengu, except for the Tengu, they'll have it right by their shrine to protect their shrine from war, or to protect their shrine from evildoers and just really evil spirits in general. A lot of the Japanese and Chinese folklore, a lot of these yokais, some of them are extremely bad, like the Tengus were. But as the image of them slowly softened and stuff like that, they slowly started to become the protectors of their homeland, per se. Does that make sense, love? I hope that makes sense. I could go on a rant all day about this stuff. Hello, Sierra. How are you? You being a little stinker. Stinker. Sorry about that, ladies. But sorry, ladies. The Tengu were mystical demons that came out of ancient Japanese mythology. See? Yes. I've seen some where they are both, they're dogs and foxes. But you are correct, Sarah. Some of them are mainly more dogs than they are foxes. Sorry, ladies. The Tengu were mystical demons that came out of ancient Japanese mythology. They were half man and half crow. They had human bodies, but taloned feet and sharp beaks of a crow, which is why they wore the mask. The Tengu were the keepers and protectors of the esoteric sword arts of the spiritual warriors. They lived far away in the mountains, deep in the forest shadows, and beyond the furthest outposts of human civilization. So, now comes the fun part. This is what they call the test of the Tengu's mirror. Seeking out the Tengu was no guarantee that they would accept you as a student. You had to pass the test of what is called a Tengu's mirror. The Tengu would never reveal themselves easily, only after a long and exhaustive search in the unknown regions of the mountains. When you spent up all of your resources and were at your most vulnerable, only then would they appear to choose to come to you. When you were completely off guard, the Katasu Tengu would descend from the treetops and encircle you. They would have their swords held high above their heads and ready to attack you should you resist or try to escape. The Dai Tengu, or the King Demon, would land in front of you and test you. With no means of escape, the Dai Tengu would pull from his kimono a magical mirror and thrust it into your face. This Tengu mirror would reflect back to you your deepest fears, and your own inner demons. If it wavered and showed any fear in the face of your innermost reflection, you would fail the test. Then all of the Tengus would descend upon you, cutting you up with their swords or slashing you to ribbons, per se. And I know this is kind of gruesome, I do apologize, ladies. But they would rip you apart with their talons, their swords, their hands, their beaks, things like that. But if you had the courage to look into the mirror and hold your gaze, if you did not break contract in fear, or you did not show it in your reflection of your most inner demons, then rather than destroy you, the Tengus would put away their swords and bow down in service to you. They would become your teachers and guide you on the esoteric path of mastery. Again, ladies, I do apologize for how I sound. So, Tengus as teachers. Choosing to learn from a Tengu means accepting the challenge to face your own inner demons. No choice has a higher danger because it is a double-edged sword. One edge of the sword is cutting towards mastery. The other edge is cutting towards your ego. This choice will always be the greatest personal challenge and your greatest personal threat. And the source of your greatest personal fear as well. As such, it requires nothing less than your greatest commitment. It is better to live in ignorance of your inner demons than face the Tengu half-heartedly. It is a commitment that you must take on fully. Anything less dooms you to be haunted by your inner demons, and in fact, they may even destroy you. But if you show both courage, strength, and vulnerability in the face of the Tengu's mirror, they will be your teacher in time, and the mastery will be yours, with nothing to fear or worry about. For a man or woman who has completed their esoteric training from the Tengu, the final part of their journey is to return to the marketplace to share their mastery with the world. These spiritual warriors, as they were called, would bestow their gifts on the world as an honor and service to mankind. Their mastery is a shining light for others to follow. They may teach through preserving the ways of a particular school, or they may be innovative and create something completely new. Whatever the case, however, their teaching will become an esoteric core of compassion and wisdom that is beneficial to all who come in contact. Does anybody have any questions before I continue? Because I don't want to get too far and then confuse everyone. Okay, I don't see any questions so far. So what are the Tengu masks for? I've gone over them briefly. But the Tengu masks are used for a variety of purposes. The most popular of which is to wear them during festivals or other special occasions. Tengus are a type of mythological creature and are often associated with the mountains. Wearing a Tengu mask is said to bring good luck and protect the wearer from evil spirits. There are many types of Japanese masks like the Tengu, such as the Onai, Kitsune, No, and many others. Me personally, I have like 6 Kitsune masks. But the Tengu masks are traditionally made from wood, paper mache, or other materials. The most common type of the Tengu mask is the No mask, which is made from a lightweight wood such as cypress. The No masks are usually painted or stained to give them a distinctive appearance. Other types of Tengu masks include the Kabuki mask, which is also made from a thicker type of wood, and the G mask, which is made from paper mache. The No masks are designed to represent a wide range of characters, from demons and ghosts and animals to humans. The Kabuki masks, on the other hand, are usually designed to represent a single character, often a famous historical or literacy figure, and the G masks are used to represent animals or monsters. The Tengu masks are typically worn during special occasions or festivals, when people dress up in traditional Japanese clothing and perform traditional Japanese dances and plays. The Tengu masks are also sometimes used in religious ceremonies and rituals as well. So what is the meaning behind them? The Tengu masks have a variety of meanings and symbolism in Japanese culture. The most common thing is that they represent the duality of good and evil. Tengus are often seen as mischievous or dangerous creatures, but they can also be benevolent and helpful. As such, Tengu masks are often seen as a way to protect oneself from evil spirits. Tengus are also said to bring good luck and fortune to those who wear them. Another common meaning for the Tengu masks is that they represent wisdom and knowledge. Tengus are often seen as wise and knowledgeable creatures, and so the Tengu masks are often worn by those who seek knowledge. The Tengu masks are also said to represent the power of the mind, and so they are often worn by those who seek to improve their mental abilities. The different types. So, as you saw from the little pictures I showed you, there are actually different types of Tengu masks. There's one with a long nose, there's ones that are short, there's some that are sorry ladies, there are some that are red, there are some that are green. It just really depends, so I wanted to get into that as well. They each have their own unique symbolism and meanings as well. The most common type of Tengu mask is the No mask, which represents the variety of different emotions, including anger, sadness, and fear. Other common types of the Tengu mask include the Kabuki mask, which represents heroism, and the G mask, which represents wisdom. There are also a variety of the less common Tengu masks, each with their own unique symbolism. But the main symbolism associated with Tengu masks varies depending on the specific type of the mask. For example, the No mask is associated with fear and anger, while the Kabuki mask is associated with heroism. Each type of Tengu I have a really bad habit of apologizing, so please bear with me. It's just something I've always done, and I've never really been able to break out of it. So, I know this probably sounds repetitive, but I do apologize. I'm trying to see where I left off. Yes. Each type of the Tengu mask has its own unique meaning and symbolism, and it is up to the individual to choose the mask that best represents their emotions and personality. Tengu masks are a popular choice for those who want to express their own unique personality and emotions. There are a variety of different types of Tengu masks available, each with their own symbolism and meaning, but it truly is up to the individual to pick their own. Tengus are a great way to express yourself and show the world who you are. As far as the Tengu mirror, there are some replicas online, and they look alike, but are a bit troubling to find, so making your own wouldn't be a bad idea. But it may take a lot of wood carving. So real quick, I can show you what they look like. If it'll allow me to. Okay, so let me get turned around. This is what some of them tended to look like. They were usually made of bronze, but here in the modern era, they tend to be carved out of wood. But that is what they typically look like. Sorry. Does anybody have any questions? Because that was the end of my notes. So I do apologize. If nobody has any questions, I will go ahead and hop off. Try to eat some honey for my sore throat and stuff like that. Okay, I do not see any comments. I think my thing kind of messed up because I stopped seeing them after a little bit. Let me see if I can't pull up my live real quick and see if I can't see comments. thank you guys for joining in with me on such a early morning. It's early for me, mainly because I didn't get home till late last night. I want to say like 3 o'clock last night, so but thank you guys so much for joining with me. If you have any questions or would like to know more, please feel free to reach out. I love digging into any type of mythology, so anything I find I will bring to you. But with that said, as you probably hear, my little one is screaming because he's tired of his daddy holding him. But I bid you ladies a farewell do. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be. Blessed be, loves.